All right. So this is for my guy. Had a conversation with my guy today, and we were talking about the rebuilding state of the Detroit Lions, right? And this will be our last segment. We'll wrap it up. Why is the Detroit Lions rebuild taking so long? Okay. Now, you can look at this a couple different ways, but it's hard to see the good when other teams are doing better that you could say may or may not have more or less talent than the Detroit Lions. Now, with the talent we currently have on our roster, in the chat, how many wins do you think we realistically should have? Realistically, I'm going to say based on what I saw, we should have beat the Vikings. Hyundai says 3-2. Nick says 3. Yep. So Vikings is one. Who's the other one? What's the other game we should have had? Vikings. We lost to the Vikings. We lost to the Seahawks. And we got blanked by the Patriots. Is it the Eagles? Right? Who should we have beat other than the Vikings? That's in the bag. We get a first down. That's in the bag. But why do you think, my guy's question, the Dern, was why do you think our rebuild is taking so long? See, last year, a lot of folks were patient with the rebuild. It's year one of a rebuild, they said, right? Coaches were getting fired left and right. We had a whopping 9 available coaching spots. 9. That is almost 1/3 of the National Football League. It was insane. Everybody was okay with the 3-13-1 record because of our grit, determination, our spunk, our kneecaps. It was all great. We ended the season on a win. We lost the number 1 pick, which I was perfectly fine with because winning over everything, right? But why do you guys think that our rebuild is taking longer than particularly some others? The New York Giants, the Jacksonville Jaguars. They have better records than we do. Commanders, Vikings, and Seahawks should have been wins. Yeah, that's true, Nick. Is it because of where the team was at, our team specifically? Is it because of coaching? Is it because Brad Holmes is not completely fulfilling his side of the bargain? Now, I've seen a lot of people defending Brad Holmes and the financial position that he was put in. Is it that, or is it that these guys, as we talked about at the top of the show, is it because these guys are not put in the best possible position? Right? When you draft, what do people say? You draft best player available, not positions of needs. Right? That's what people say. I don't really feel like that. I don't. But it's okay if you do, right? So is it because we don't have the right personnel or we don't have the right coaching or both? Because Holmes had to tear the defense down and wants to build through the draft and not free agency. Okay, Nick. So that's why our rebuild is taking longer. Okay, that's a valid point that he wants to build through the draft and not through free agency. But you got to do something, man. You have to do something because if you're going to build through the draft and you're thinking long term, that means that you're saying that you're going to be around for a while. And one of the things that they did is they traded up to get Jameson Williams when they could have had 2 players on defense instead of 1, right? Now, let's reflect on this real quick and we'll wrap this thing up. If the Detroit Lions draft 32 and 34, do you believe that those 2 players are starters on defense right now? Whoever they are, do you think they start on defense right now? Right? So the argument during Jameson Williams, the Jameson Williams arc was, we didn't lose this pick, we got this pick. Okay, fine. That's the argument, and I hear it. Okay? However, Jameson Williams has not taken the field. He's an offensive player. We're straight on offense. We could use a deep threat. We got to have a deep threat. So, okay. And Josh Paschal has yet to place a foot in an NFL game, right? So, number 46 and number 12 have yet to take the field. 5 games in, right? Now, if we draft 32 and 34, let's just say linebacker, safety. 2 positions in need, and you're saying that we're going to get starters out of that, right? Definitely, says Nick, because we got a 6th-round pick playing. So let's just say, well, if we take a linebacker, Nick, we probably don't have that 6th-round pick. We probably don't even take Rodriguez. Or maybe we do. Let's just go with it and say we do. So we've got a safety/linebacker starter with the 32nd pick and a safety/linebacker starter at the 34th pick. Now, you know what I heard today? You know what I saw? I saw on Twitter, and this kind of hurt me a little bit because people want to give these people years and years and years. They said cornerback is the hardest spot to learn in the NFL. It takes 3 years for a cornerback to learn his position in the NFL. Look at Darius Slay. Darius Slay was garbage until his 3rd or 4th year. And who came in, top 10 pick, and is dogging out right now? I saw on Twitter, and it hurt my soul because we always want to make excuses for our team, including Aiden Hutchinson, if that's what we're doing, right? I'm not making excuses. I'm saying, hey, to slap the bus label on is a little early. But can you criticize a player? Absolutely. Sauce Gardner, the tweet said, is who Jeff Okudah should have been Sauce Gardner. Meaning, does it really take 3 years? If you're that good, if you're drafted, and let's not get it twisted, Jeff Okudah was drafted way higher than Sauce Gardner. Just sit on that for a bit. Sit on that for a bit. Sauce running around with a cheese head, making plays, and we're saying it takes 3 years. Dave says, hey, Grid, do you think it's a money issue on why the rebuild is taking so long? Probably, because we are deep in the hole. If they took Sauce at 2, fan base would have lost it. Nick, I personally would have lost it because I think we need, and still do, we need more help on the defensive line. But, yeah, and you know why they would have lost it, Nick? Jeff Okudah. So if you reflect back and you're talking about it now, well, Jeff Okudah taking 3rd. Sauce not taking 3rd. Sauce is balling. Jeff was not. Jeff is playing okay now. Oh, this is how he should have been playing, right? So our rebuild, are you okay with this rebuild taking longer than, let's say, other teams are?